This channel is great if you are a faith-based coach, course creator, entrepreneur, and if you would like to consistently enroll high-paying clients into your premium offers in a heart-centered way without complicated marketing or anything like that. All right, so today I'm going to be sharing with you the 4 elements of an irresistible marketing message. So let me know if this sounds like you. When someone asks you, oh, tell me about what it is that you do you struggle to find the right words to talk about your business? Or maybe you say it, but it just doesn't feel right. Or when you're describing what you do, does it feel complicated? Do you feel stuck or frustrated because you've been trying to wordsmith your own marketing message? And it's holding you back from getting yourself out there in a bigger way and marketing your business and your services so you can help more people. If any of that sounds like you, today's video is going to help you tremendously, so you may want to take a few notes. All right, so before I dive into the 4 elements of an irresistible marketing message, look underneath this video and you'll be able to see a link. I want to personally invite you to join my free Facebook group called Marketing Your Calling. I spend all of my time in that group. I do live trainings like this every week, and I share posts, content, everything that you can imagine around irresistible messaging, attracting premium clients, faith-based content, mindset, core wounds, and how they impact the results that are showing up in our business. And it's really quality content. You do not want to miss out on that. So click the link, request to join the group, and I'll get you accepted right away. Okay, so back to today's training. All right, before we dive into the 4 elements, there are a few things that you need to know. Before you can write irresistible messaging for your business, you have got to know 3 things about your ideal clients. Number 1, your ideal clients have a public problem. Number 2, they have a public problem, a private problem, and an unknown problem. So those are the 3 problems that your ideal clients have. You've got to be crystal clear on what those are first before you can even start writing or crafting your marketing message so it lands, so that it's effective. All right, so a public problem is the problem that they know they have and they're willing to pay to solve it. Sometimes our ideal clients have a problem that we can certainly help them with, but they may not be willing to solve that particular problem. They may not be willing to pay to solve it, or should I say. But there are other problems that they are willing to pay to solve. Focus on those. There's an old saying in marketing that says something to the effect of, sell them what they want and then give them what they need. And it's true. It's true. All right, number 2, they have a private problem. This private problem is oftentimes speaking to the emotions that they're feeling and the thoughts that they're having. And it's just the pain that they're in around this problem that they have. There is a specific way that you can pinpoint the exact wording for what to say around their public problem. I'll dive into that in just a little bit. They also have an unknown problem. In your marketing message, you do not speak to the unknown problem because they're not aware of it yet. The unknown problem is the root cause or the underlying cause of the public problem that they've got going on in their life. They need to solve the unknown problem also with your help. That's the transformational piece. When you're helping them to solve that public problem and private problem, that's the transactional promise that you're delivering for them. All right, so now that you've got that, I want you to get clear on, and really after you watch this video, maybe brainstorm what is your ideal clients, what's their specific public problem that they have, they're willing to pay to solve it, what's their private problem, and then what could be their unknown problem. All right, so let's dive into the 4 elements. Number one, if you want irresistible marketing message that helps position you as the go-to expert in your industry so you stand out, so that it lands, it speaks the language of your ideal clients, the premium clients who can easily afford your products and services, so that they move forward. Number one, they listen to you, but also so they move forward and take the next step and eventually buy your product or your service. Here's what you need to do. Number one, you need to name who your specific ideal clients truly are. And it's going to be wordsmithed in like 3, maybe 4 words. You're not meant to serve everyone. There's a specific group of people that God chose you and equipped you to serve in this season of your life. And you've been on a similar path to them. You share similar wound patterns and a similar core wound. That's part of how you know who's in your tribe and who you're called to serve. It's not everyone. That's for a whole nother video training, so I won't go into that now. But you got to name who they are. So for my ideal clients, I'm going to give you a couple of examples. My ideal clients are faith-based coaches and course creators. My clients have an overcomer story. That means they have had a problem in their life, that they went on a journey, finally overcame it, and now they feel compelled to help other people solve a similar problem in their life or in their business. Those are my people. Who are your ideal clients? Let me give you another specific example. Jewelry makers who sell on Etsy. That is a very specific ideal client. Here's another one. Professional moms with rebellious teens. That is, again, a very specific ideal client. Okay, there are 3 criteria when you are writing the phrase, which is 3 or 4 words, that describe your specific ideal clients that you are called to serve. And I don't have time to go through all of those today. I actually teach that in my Irresistible Course Academy. But I want you to know that you can pinpoint this to such a specific level that your ideal clients will immediately self-identify as, ooh, that's me. She's talking about me. If it's too broad or too generic, you may attract the wrong people. That's why you've got to really nail, who are you called to serve? I'm talking about knowing without a shadow of a doubt. Like this, an internal, like a gut feeling. This is my people. This is who I'm called to serve. And if you don't know who that is yet, that's got to be priority. Because everything is built upon that. And growing a successful and profitable coaching business that serves. All right, element number 2. You need to name the specific problem or the specific challenge that your ideal clients are having. This specific problem it's got to be really specific. It can't be too broad or too generic. That's number 1. The second piece of that, which is very important, here's what I found. Sometimes we have certain clients, potential clients, that they have a problem, and we can absolutely help them to solve that problem. It's very specific. However, those clients aren't committed, they just aren't quite ready for you yet, or they can't afford you. Oftentimes, the problem that we're trying to solve will attract a client that is not the right fit for you, or they're not ready for you. You see what I mean? You've got to solve a problem that a premium, high-paying ideal client has. You see, a premium, high-paying client, a person that's ready, willing, and able, and they can easily afford your coaching program, your services, your product, whatever it is that you're offering, They may have a slightly different problem because they're at a different stage in the journey, on the customer journey, than those other people that can't afford you yet. I hope you're following what I'm saying. That was a huge breakthrough for me. You got to speak to the problem, a specific challenge or problem that high-paying premium clients have. That's important. Write that down. Brainstorm some of that, maybe on a piece of paper. All right, number 3. You've got to, for the 4th element for an irresistible marketing message, you've got to name the specific outcome or result that your ideal clients want the most. Okay? I see this time and time again. I'm so grateful that I've honed my skill level to where I can immediately spot generic messaging if I hear it. And then on the fly, I can wordsmith messaging that is more specific and highly effective, literally on the fly, right off the top of my head. It's because I've been doing this for so many years. So I see that oftentimes the big mistake that coaches, consultants, course creators make is they're speaking to how they solve the problem instead of speaking to a specific outcome, result, or a benefit. Y'all write that down. That is big. You've got to be clear and specific on what is the result that your ideal clients are willing to pay for, that they want the most. You got to tap into and speak directly to those premium ideal clients' hunger. What are they hungry for most? There is a way to gather their language, their words and phrases that is specific to your ideal clients and immediately plug them right into your marketing message. And no, it's not sending you on down a rabbit hole of weeks or months of doing online research to try to figure this out. There's a much better, much faster, much easier way to pinpoint what that is. But I want you to brainstorm what's a specific result or outcome that your ideal clients have, the premium ideal clients. And then write that down. And then the last, number 4, the 4th element for an irresistible marketing message has to do with the private problem. You see, when you add into your marketing message, you'll have 2 versions of your marketing message. You'll have a little bit longer version, and then you'll have an ultra short version. I help my clients wordsmith both. So the little bit longer version, it's really not that long. You could probably say it in 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. The ultra short version is literally 30, 40 seconds to say it. Okay, but in the longer version, you speak to the private problem. In the shorter version, you speak to the public problem and the golden result and the outcome. In the longer version, you speak to the public problem, the private problem, and you speak to the specific golden result and outcome. All right, and then there's a sequence and a way that you lay this out. It's not hard, you just need to know how to do it. But the private problem, that really, as I mentioned before, it really speaks to their emotional state and their private thoughts, and they don't want anybody to know this. But when you start to speak to that in your messaging, whether you say it verbally or in writing or even in a Facebook ad or in an email to potential ideal clients or in a Facebook Live or in your Facebook group, they start to feel like this person knows me better than I even understand this problem myself. Therefore, they must be the absolute best person to help me to solve it. They will feel like you're reading their private thoughts in their mind. They will feel like this person gets me on a deep level. And they'll believe that you can help them. because you can. You can help them solve the problem. There is a way to pinpoint the exact feelings that they're feeling, the exact thoughts that they're thinking, without going down a rabbit hole yet again of a bunch of online research that you end up just as confused before you started. I wasn't planning on mentioning this, but I will. So I take my clients through a process called a life PhD session. I act like a detective, and I mine data or gather information from their life's wounding experiences. And in these wounding experiences, there's a few that occur in childhood. There may be a couple that occur in your adult life. And it helps I read the clues and the patterns. This reveals your core wound and your wound patterns. These patterns that are showing up in your own life mirror and match the patterns that are showing up in your ideal client's life. It's very similar, even if the details of your life experience and theirs is radically different. There's some similarities in the patterns that are going on. That's how you know who you're meant to serve, the emotional state, and also the private thoughts, and more. That PhD session really helps to reveal what is your calling. It helps you to pinpoint your specific ideal clients, so there's no question. You know who who you were born to serve, that God chose you and equipped you to serve. It's an unshakable knowing. You know what it is now. There's no more second guessing. It's a private one-on-one 2-hour call with me. I include that live PhD session in my Irresistible Course Academy, but that's for a whole nother conversation. But I want you to know that you can pinpoint what this is, and then you put it together in a way that speaks directly to the people that you're here to serve, so that they listen to you. It positions you as an authority, a leading authority, and the go-to expert in your industry. And if there was a fifth element, I want to say this, because there are certain ways that you can phrase the public problem, and you can phrase the specific outcome or result that will actually position you as an emerging thought leader and the go-to expert in your industry, because you've got something new to share on the topic. There's another element that is very unique to you that you need to be including in your marketing message, and it's usually a sentence, maybe a phrase, but you got to pinpoint and nail down what that is to help you to have your positioning in the marketplace, and it will help you tremendously to stand out so your voice is heard and you can be positioned and stand in your authority and be the voice of change for whatever it is that you do, whatever problem that you solve. Okay, I hope this was helpful for you. Please give me a heart, a thumbs up if this was helpful, and type in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. What was your number one takeaway from this today? I would love to hear that. What came up, maybe it was just a good reminder for you of what you need to be talking about in your messaging. I would love to hear it, and I'll be responding to everyone. And then lastly, if any of this resonates with you and you are just done with trying to figure out how to wordsmith your own marketing message by yourself, you're tired of being frustrated and confused, and you've probably thought, can somebody please just help me to wordsmith this messaging instead of just handing me a template to fill in on my own? Because you've tried the template and it's not working. You need somebody to get in the trenches with you and actually type it out, somebody who's skilled at that, so that it lands, it's clear, and it's specific, and you're done with your messaging. It's finally effective, and it will start to speak and attract premium clients for you. And you can use it over and over again. If that sounds like you, if you'd like some help, I would love to hop on a quick call with you and help you. So all you have to do is somewhere below this video, just click the link. You can schedule a complimentary messaging strategy call with me. I'll review your current messaging, give you some feedback. We can explore if there's a fit or not for me to help you. I do offer wordsmithing. I actually help you to write it. I don't just give you in my Irresistible Course Academy. And finally, there's no pressure whatsoever. No pressure on this first 10-minute call. There's nothing for sale. I don't sell my program to you or anything like that. It's just kind of a discovery call just to get some feedback, and I can explore if we can explore if there's a mutual fit for us to work together or not. And if there is, then we can schedule a second call after that. And then I can share with you more about the program, the investment, and all that. All right, that is all I have for you today. Type in the comments below. Let me know what was the number one takeaway from today's session. Or maybe it's just a good reminder. I hope it was helpful for you in crafting your irresistible marketing message. It is time for you to get this thing nailed and get it clear so you can go fulfill your God-given calling and purpose and help people solve their problem. All right, have a great day. Bye.